Hey there, how are ya? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a positive and productive start to your day today. I'm here with the intellectual devotional. Revive your mind, complete your education, and roam confidently with the cultured class. Today we are in visual arts, and it's Venus de Milo, one of the most famous sculptures of all time. The Venus de Milo received its name from the fact that it was discovered by a peasant on the Aegean island of Melos in 1820. The work was seized by Turkish officials and eventually sold to a French naval official. In 1821, it was presented to Louis, I think that's the 18th, but I'm not sure. Roman numbers isn't, I'm pretty sure that's the 18th, who donated it to the Louvre Museum in Paris, where it can be seen today. The statue, which is 6.5 feet tall, is sculpted out of Parian marble. Its subject is Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love and beauty, known to the Romans as Venus. A sculpted arm holding an apple was found nearby. Many scholars believe that the arm was originally attached. According to myth, Paris of Troy had given Venus a golden apple to identify her as the most beautiful woman in the world. The artist and date of the sculpture have given rise to much debate. Initially, authorities at the Louvre declared it a classical 5th or 4th century BC work, possibly executed by Phidias. However, the base on which the statue has been found identified the artist as Alexandros of Antioch, Antioch, of Menander, a colony that was not founded until later in the Hellenistic period. Although museum officials eventually agreed that the sculpture was Hellenistic, it is still exhibited at the work of an anonymous artist. The Venus de Milo has been admired throughout the world ever since its discovery. The British playwright Oscar Wilde recounted the story of a man who ordered a plaster copy of the statue and then sued the railroad company when it arrived from Paris without arms. What surprised Wilde even more was the fact that the man won his case. Wow. So it wasn't even the real statue. That's crazy. Additional facts. The statue was claimed by Ludwig of Bavaria, who insisted that it had been found on territory that he purchased in Melos in 1817. In 1964, the statue was exhibited in Japan, where more than 1.5 million people viewed it from a moving sidewalk. Wow. So it's named Venus because it's the subject, they say, is Aphrodite, who was known as Venus. And they actually, in the movie Troy, that story is a big part of that movie. That's a good movie too. Troy with Brad Pitt and Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom is really young in that movie, which of course Brad is younger, but nonetheless. All right, there's our educational moment for the day. They really don't know who did it and when it was done. They've only made assumptions. But that being said, if you don't know, let's see. It's the statue of the woman that doesn't have arms. You know what I mean? Or is missing the arm. which I wonder if they still have that arm that was holding the apple. That would be interesting to know. All right, tomorrow our topic is the greenhouse effect. So we're going to try to stick going in order and, you know, educate ourselves a little bit. Even when it's just a little bit of knowledge, it can go a long way. As always, be grateful for what you have, the big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, you could possibly change their life, and you never know the impact it can have on yours. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.